What's a NSFW history fact that we don't often hear about? Anton Leeuwenhoek, the father of microscopy, used his invention, the microscope, on his own sperm after one night with his wife. Sperm was unknown at the time and he thought they were little people. Brazilian emperor built a huge personal library just so he could freely shag his mistresses without being bothered. In ancient Egypt, the pharaoh would periodically masturbate into the Nile as a ritual of sorts to guarantee good harvests. Félix Fauré, French president from 1895 to 1899, died while getting head. There used to be a parasite in ancient Egypt which caused men to bleed through their penises. Apparently, it was so common among men that ancient Egyptians thought that men had periods. John R. Brinkley was an American doctor who would surgically implant goat testicles into men's scrotums to cure impotence. His story gets crazier from there. When the future Edward VII balked at his mistress's accounts saying, "Madam, I have spent enough on you to build a battleship," she replied, "And you have spent enough in me to float one." Thomas Jefferson had syphilis and loved hookers. Mozart composed a song which literally translates to "lick me in the arse." https u2.be/c78hbp-uke. It used to be thought that blowing smoke up someone's ass was a way to revive them. Some swimming pools actually had a kit with a bellows-type device. The blow smoke up the ass of a drowning victim. Much of what formed initial, early internet commerce was pioneered by porn sites. That Genghis Khan killed so many people, he lowered the ppm of CO2 in the atmosphere. King Edward VII and his mighty sex chair. There was a birth control plant in Roman times, but it went extinct because the Romans did a certain action too much. The dildo was invented before the wheel. Warren Harding's political career. https www.politico.com/magazine/story/2015/08/warren-harding-child-sex-sandal-1214004/. The story of Junko and the Yakuza kids, fucking depressing and enraging! Exclamation mark. I don't think the Japanese ever hear about what the Japanese did in World War II. That shit is not safe for any place. Greek men would have anal sex to show camaraderie and strength. Raphael Sanzio, the Italian Renaissance painter, died due to a fever after a night of excessive sex. So that pretty much confirmed too much sex can kill you. The Spartan warriors, although as ruthless as claimed, were sexually fluid and had huge bi-orgies. Edward II was executed by having a red-hot poker shoved into his anus via bull's horn. Ancient Greeks loved their homies. The wife was just an object for making kids, while the real romantic love was reserved only for the boys. Usually literally boys. The reason powder wigs were so popular among the wealthy was because it covered up the smell and sores of syphilis. LBJ's Large Johnson. Nancy Reagan's head game. Winston Churchill roaming the White House in his birthday suit. Admiral Ernest J. King, the chief of the U.S. Navy during World War II, was a notorious Lothario who regularly fucked the wives of his subordinate officers. Kellogg's cornflakes were invented as a way to stop people masturbating. Mozart had a fecal matter fetish. In fact, he would write letters to his friends and family about his scat. I believe it was around a total of 40 to 50 letters he wrote to people about shit lol. This one time Japan conquered Korea and then killed millions of Koreans. After that, they forced over 200,000 women to be sex slaves for the military. Wu Zetian forced government officials and foreign dignitaries to perform oral sex on her to display her dominance over men. A French president died from receiving a blowjob from his mistress. That other European countries too have committed Hitler-esque atrocities in Africa and South Asian colonies. It's just that they didn't have meticulous record-keeping as the Nazis. Unit 731. You probably don't want to look it up. The Rape of Nanking was a thing that happened. One of the main reasons wigs were so common in the 18th century was due to the prevalence of syphilis. I recently learned that Lyndon B. Johnson had a ginormous schlong that he liked to showing off. Abraham from the Bible was circumcised in his 80s. Vibrators were originally created to treat what some doctors called hysteria in women. Victorian age if I remember right. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.